Winston Cup automobile racing at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Almost a couple of 100,000 fans packing their way in here today to see the world's greatest hardtop drivers go 600 miles for well in excess of $1.25 million. Welcome to the Coca-Cola 600 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway here on TBS. Hello again, everyone. Great to have you with us today. I'm Rick Benjamin in the STP Pit Communications Center. 43 drivers are lined up to take a crack at the big money today. Of course, the great story we're following, John Andretti's trip here from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We'll update you on his scheduled arrival time to buckle into the Billy Hagan car in just a couple of moments. Many things we're here to tell you about today. The weather couldn't be better. Temperature very comfortable. A few clouds. No threat of rain at this point at all. And we're about 14 minutes away from our scheduled green flag time of 5 o'clock this afternoon. A couple of our veterans are here to cover the action on pit road. Really one of the stories of today's event, maybe a changing of the guard, or at least a precursor to that in our starting lineup today. The names you're familiar with, Dale Earnhardt, Rusty Wallace, Mark Martin, Ernie Irvan, Sterling Marlin. Well, they're back a ways in the starting lineup today. The front row made up of a couple of NASCAR's new guard. In fact, not very long ago, you would have found these two drivers featured in our Saturday broadcast of the Champion Spark Plug 300. Joe Nemechek on the outside pole, Jeff Gordon the pole qualifier. Standing by to talk to the pole sitter today is our Randy Pemberton.
Well, thank you much, Rick Benjamin. You're absolutely right. These are two guys that are stars on the rise here in the Winston Cup circuit. And, of course, Jeff, only your second Coca-Cola 600. Last year, you started deep in the field but had a great run, finished second. What can we expect here tonight when we're going to start in the sunlight here and then go into the nighttime?
Well, you know, I don't think that the fastest car is going to be fast right now unless they can make a lot of changes under pit stop. So, you know, our strategy is to go out there and play it real calm, ride around for about 400 or 500 miles and be there. You know, we got to be there at the end, and that's something we haven't been doing lately, and it hasn't been any of our faults. We're just having some bad luck. So we need some good breaks. A lot of luck will do a lot for this team today because we've been running great all year long.
Okay, good luck tonight in the Coca-Cola 600, Jeff.
Thank you.
Also on the front row today, a driver who just a few years ago was running mini stock cars in the state of Florida. Former Busch Grand National champion Joe Nemechek on the outside of row one. The editor of Stock Car Racing magazine, Dr. Dick Berggren, set to talk to Joe.
And 30-year-old Joe Nemechek has never started a Coca-Cola 600. In fact, this is only your second ever Winston Cup start here. The thundering herd is behind you. Butterflies?
Oh, a little bit. You know, I got the cold chills. You know, it's this is just great, especially to be here on the front row. Meineke, Chevrolet, Larry Hedrick Motorsports. It's a great day for racing.
Long race, 600 miles. Are you concerned about fatigue?
Well, the biggest thing is I think I'm in pretty good shape. I'm just going to have to make myself drink a lot of fluids today because it's hot. Going to have to sweat a lot in the cars, and hopefully we'll be around at the end.
And as we talk to Joe Nemechek, we see John Andretti has just arrived at the Speedway. He's just climbed off the helicopter. You're familiar with the story. Andretti with top 10 qualifying spots at Indianapolis in here. He finished 10th at Indianapolis today. He's going to try to back it up with a run to victory here in the Coca-Cola 600 in the Billy Hagan Chevrolet, the 14 car. Andretti with a top 10 qualifying effort here. There's some question about whether he'll keep that spot because he missed the drivers' meeting. And NASCAR has a rule. If you miss that drivers' meeting, you start at the rear of the field. So we'll find out a little more about that, whether they waived that rule for John Andretti or not. Now, we talked earlier about NASCAR's, well, I hate to call them the old